form of jar file. Anyhow, we add jar file to project build path or class path. Along with the jar file, they will be moved from one machine to another machine or not. Along with the jar file, they will be moved from one machine to another machine. They are very portable. Server managed means what? Server to server settings will change. In every server, we have to do settings. That's why they are not good. So who represent connection pool? Data source object. In Spring Boot application, are we going to make data source object as Spring Bean manually or through auto configuration? Manually or through auto configuration process? Definitely we prefer working with what? Auto configuration process. When you add Spring Boot Starter JDBC or Spring Boot Starter JPA, you will get Ikari CP jar file. From there, Ikari data source class object will come as Spring Bean, pointing to connection pool. But how does this data source knows? It has to create connection pool for Oracle only, connection pool for MySQL only. Those details we are going to mention in application.property file. In application.properties, if you mention JDBC driver details for Oracle, it will create what? Data source object through as a Spring Bean pointing to JDBC connection pool for Oracle or not there. If we keep MySQL JDBC driver detail, it will create data source object pointing to what? JDBC connection pool for MySQL. Go. Okay. Right. Data source object creates JDBC connection pool for what? PostgreSQL. If I keep PostgreSQL details in what? Application.properties are not there. Whatever, because property file means key values. The keys in this property file is predefined or user defined? Predefined. Why? Why? They should be used not by me. They should be used by auto configuration component of Spring Boot. Auto configuration component is a ready-made component or user-defined component? Ready-made component. Ready-made component expects ready-made keys or user-defined keys? Ready-made keys. That's why keys are fixed keys are not there. But who will remember those keys, sir? There are websites giving all the possible keys in Spring Boot project. What are those? Just type in google.com. There is a google.com. Tell me, guys. What is the one I want to write? Yeah. Spring Boot common properties. Spring Boot common A big website is there. Category-wise properties are there or not? DevTools property, core properties, mail properties, JSON properties. Okay, now let me search for data source properties. Let me search for data source properties. Let me search for data source proper. Spring.data source.dbcp2.log expired connection, dbcp2.login timeout, dbcp2.max idle, dbcp2.max open prepared statement. It's happened or not happened, guys? It is definitely happened or not there, guys? Okay, na boss? Okay. That's good. Great. Okay. Today, what I do is we will add starters. We will keep entries in application.property to get the feeling. Hikari data source Spring Bean has come automatically, right? I want to prove it practically first. Can I do that? Are you ready for that? Okay. I'm creating base for mini project only, but first I'm not completing everything. I'm just trying to check. Okay. I'm just trying to check when I add Spring Boot Starter JDBC, with proper entries in application.properties, am I going to get data source object pointing toward JDBC connection pool for Arakila or not? What is that, guys? JDBC connection pool for Arakila or not? Are you comfortable, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay. Let's do it. What's your batch code, guys? 718. I hope you remembered our use case. Client application is one layer, controller is one layer, service is one layer, DAO one layer, database one. Database for storing the data, fine. DAO for persistence logic, service for business logic, controller for monitoring logic, client application for UI logic. What is overall our application? In Oracle database, EMP table is a ready-made table. I think everyone knows. In that one, few records are there. By giving 3 designation as inputs from client application, and I want to see client application getting those 3 designation related employee details. But actually in the table only says basic salary is there. But in my business logic of service class, I want to calculate gross salary, net salary also. And I want to sort the records also. How we want to sort the records? I want to sort the record by designation. Designation or job, one and the same or not. What are the inputs of our project? 3 designation. What is the output of the project? We should get all the employee detail whose designation is what? Whose designation is what? Designation 1, designation 2, designation. Everyone understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Anyone solved today's task? What task, Ra? What task? Laid application. Task is given. Arey Xavier, arey, is it your chat window, personal chat window or classroom chat window? Huh? In lab, what task you got? Laid application. Tell them not started. Why? How come they can give laid? Simple laid application. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Super, guys. Tell me. Spring Boot starter project option. Okay. First time I'm going to add starters. I'm going to make you people to feel auto configuration based Spring Bean. That too by collecting input and instructions from properties file. That too by collecting input and instructions from what? Properties file. Okay. Tell me, boot IOC pros, how much? 5. What is this? Boot IOC pros 5. Tell me. Layered application. What application, guys? Boot IOC pros 5 layered application. Mini project. Otherwise, I'll give big names, Rababu. Mini project. We are going to discuss real-time DI. If someone asks you, how did you use dependency injection in real time? My project is layered application where I injected data source to DAO, DAO to service, service to control. How did you use dependency lookup? In that layered application, in client application, I called ctx.lookup method to get the controller class object. Like that, I have used a dependency injection or not there. So easy na, my dear? Okay. Maven jar, everything is good. Spring Boot core mini project. Say next. What are the starters I have to add? JDBC starter, nothing but Spring Boot data JDBC. Select JDBC. Okay. Next. No, not JPA. Why JPA? One starter is enough, na? We are adding that one only for this sake, guys. Data source sake. I want to talk to Oracle database. Oracle driver is required or not required? Oracle driver. I want to have the getter setter method in the Java bean because I'm going to get records of the result set in the form of Java bean objects added to the list collection or not. In the form of Java bean class objects added to the list collection are not there. So definitely I'm going to God. Okay. I'm going to get this one as what, guys? Lambda KPI are not there. Lambda KPI. Lambda KPI means Lambda KPI starter. I should add it or not there. I hope everyone watched Lambda KPI video. Still not watched, huh? Okay, I think today that open Nala is full of water because it's a heavy rainy day, right? Okay, happily jump into that. Okay, practice is scheduling task. Easy or difficult? Any given expression you can do or not there? Lambda KPI, this one. Core jar files will come automatically. Do I need to add core starters manually, guys? No. Lambda JDBC Oracle driver. Say next. Save finish. Say next, save finish. Say next, save finish. Where is the project? This one. This one. 50 is there or not there? Okay. So jars are added. Okay. What is the guarantee? Ikari CP jar is coming. That's the beauty of Maven starters. I mean, it's a Spring Boot starter. Main, dependent, relevant. Actually, JDBC related main jar files are Spring JDBC. Dependents are what's transactional. More dependents are what plain JDBC thing. But it's giving what? Hikari CP also. It's a relevant jar or not there? Relevant jar or not there? The classes of Hikari CP not used by anywhere. But it's coming automatically or not there? Super. Okay. So in that Hikari CP.jar, let me ensure that Hikari CP, Hikari data source class is there or not there, guys? Here is my Hikari data source class is there or not there? Definitely Hikari data source class is there. Are you getting my point there? Super, boss. Right click, tell me, new package. Right click, new package. Are you understanding my statement? Okay. com.nt. For every layer, one package, guys. Okay. So to keep the Java beans, one package model. And I keep only Java beans in that package, guys. com.nt.dao to keep DAO classes. Next, com.nt.service class. com.nt.controller to keep the controller class. Right, my dear? To keep the controller class. Sir, we are not taking separate package for main class. Mr. Smart Guy, today your mind is not in the class. I don't know why. DevApp Sahib, I said once. Now also I am telling. Can you come and sit here? You need a special attention. No, if you have a personal issue, you can take a leave, but don't keep like that. Come. Controller, DAO, model, and what? Service. Packages are kept there or not there? Packages are kept there or not there, guys? Okay, that's fine. That's a client. It's a client come configuration class, guys. Okay. I promised React.js video will be given. They have sent me, but Buddhu admin, they have sent today's video where you have already attended, right? Mostly my morning, tomorrow morning, he will arrange what? Saturday's video. Okay. So for that reason, okay, wait for one more day. So by Saturday, tomorrow by afternoon, I will keep in your Google Drive. I will keep the video in the Google Drive. Don't worry. Clear, guys? Okay. Boot IOC Prosify layered mini real-time application, guys. That's good. Yeah, tell me. IOC pros application here, com.nt dot what control. Okay, fine. Now, see, it is ready to create Ikari data source in the execution of the application as a Spring Bean, right? But the problem is, for which database it has to create connection pool. Data source never be alone, boss. It is always with connection pool, right? For which database it has to be created. For which database it has to be created, right? So that has to be specified somewhere or not there. Okay, that's why I'm taking what? Application.properties file. What file, guys? JDBC driver details. What details, my dear? JDBC driver details for Oracle. Fixed keys. Spring dot, data source dot, driver hyphen. Why fixed keys, sir? Simple reason, Babu. Auto configuration is a ready-made code in IOC container or user-defined code. Ready-made code looks for ready-made keys as the inputs to perform auto configuration activity are not there. ctx.getBean, that is internally called by ctx.getMessage, is expecting fixed bean ID or your choice bean ID. It's a ready-made code. Already bean ID is hard-coded, right? Can you take your choice bean ID there? Yeah, that's why sometimes bean IDs, keys are fixed. Situation. Who is making that class as Spring Bean? Yourself or container automatically? Container automatically means it is expects in the form what it is expecting are not there. Why it will take in the form you give? You have to give inputs in the form it is expecting, right? It is expecting JDBC driver details in what form? Predefined keys. Values of the predefined keys. Tell me. Oracle.jdbc.driver. Spring dot data source dot URL. JDBC colon Oracle colon localhost colon 1521 colon XE. Data source dot username system. Spring dot data source dot password. What is there? Tiger. Okay. These are just username passwords now, boss. Details for Oracle. JDBC driver. Fixed keys. Fixed keys are not choices. Sir, if it is user-defined key, if no metadata is there, would have got yellow color. But these are predefined keys. Already metadata is there. Am I getting any yellow color here, guys? Okay. These details will be used by auto configuration process of what? IOC container. Collects Ikari data source class from Ikari CPjar, makes it as data source object as Spring Bean. In that process, one JDBC connection pool is created, having set of readily available connection object. Default min pool, default max size will be there. Don't worry about that one. Generally, default max size is 20, guys. What is there? 20. Standalone application 20 connection pool means more than sufficient. Why? At a time, one end user is operating this application, right? At a time, how many end users are operating this application? Only one end user is operating this application. It's definitely manageable or not there, guys. Definitely manageable or not there, guys. No doubt. It's definitely manageable. Okay. But why should I believe, sir? Where is data source came or not? Why should I believe, sir? I'll try to make you people to believe in multiple ways, guys. Way number one, get IOC container first. What is there? Get IOC container first. get IOC contain. Try configurable application context. Configurable application context CTX is equal to application context CTX is equal to catch. Where is this? Exception E dot print stack trace. Configurable application context CTX is equal to Spring application dot run method. What method, guys? Okay. Spring application dot run method. This is my DI application or not there? No, public class na class name and this one should match. Class name and file name should match, and the class name, file name should match, that this class should match. We got the container. Okay. So it is creating data source. There is one getBean method, guys, which can give Spring Bean object based on the type of the class we specify, though we don't know bean ID. Though we don't know bean ID. Okay, let's see. Data source DS is equal to CTX dot getBean. There are multiple overload when data source dot class. I don't know bean ID. Based on the type, I want to get the data source object. So it is a Hikari data source, not a superclass reference variable. Sorry. Interface reference variable can refer one of its implementation class object or not there. Okay, fine. Let me show its class name, guys. DS object class name. DS name. What is there? DS dot get class. System dot out dot println. What dot println, guys? System dot out dot println. Are you understanding my statement, guys? System dot out dot println. DS object class name. DS dot get class. I hope you are comfortable, my dear. Getting my point here or not there? Okay. DS object class name. DS dot get class name, guys. Okay, fine. Tell me here. System dot out dot println. Okay, now this DS points to connection pool. I can get one connection object from connection pool or not? Okay, get pooled JDBC connection object. Pooled JDBC connection object. Connection con is equal to DS dot get connection. Connection con is equal to DS dot get connect. Okay. Now let me print all the bean IDs, guys. CTX dot get bean, all bean IDs. What IDs? Bean. CTX dot get bean definition count. CTX dot get bean definition count. Right click, guys. Run as. What is there? Java. Right click. Array, see. Spring Boot na 91 are there, was. 91 are there or not there? Fine, no problem. Let me check. We got our required bean class object or not, guys? Okay, Hikari data source came or not? That means some class is automatically becoming Spring Bean or not there? Okay. Generally, when bean ID is not given, what happened? Class name itself becomes a default bean ID or not? That too having first letter in lowercase. First word, first letter in what? Lowercase. First word, first what? Lower. System dot out dot println. Come on. Okay. System dot out dot println. All bean IDs count. Here I print what? All bean IDs count. Yeah, all bean IDs are arrays dot to string. Arrays dot to string. Get bean definition names. What names, guys? Get bean definition names. Run as Java application. Control F. Tell me, guys. Control F. Hikari. Hikari data source. Directly, indirectly, it will come now. Check it out. Hikari is there. You search one more time. Control F. H small letter. What is there? H. Hikari. Hikari. Multiple places. See? Hikari data source. It's coming or not there, guys? That means there are ready-made beans that are coming through auto configuration or not. So at least you felt practically, yes, based on the starters we added. Some classes are automatically become Spring Bean. I said, when you add Spring JDBC starter, not only Hikari data source, JDBC template, named parameter JDBC template, what is that? Driver manager data source, like this, driver manager data source, like this, multiple things will come or not there, guys. Driver manager data. Okay, JDBC template. Not this one, my dear. This one. Okay, go to the top, guys. Go to the top. Control F. Where is this? JDBC template. JDBC template. JDBC template configuration. Coming or not coming? And there is something called named parameter. What is there? JDBC template. They're coming or not there? So that means so many classes are coming through auto configuration, guys. Earlier I said this statement are not there. Okay. So we got the confidence. Auto configuration is happening. Connection pool is happening. This one. Okay. One more confidence let me give. What I do is I stop getting something like this wrongly. I stop getting like this. No, guys. I remove all. Okay. I remove this part. Okay. I remove this part, guys. Okay. I'll try to get in another way. Array, it is also Spring. A configuration class also Spring Bean, na boss. So private data source DS at the rate auto. But first of all, tell me, static data is visible in non-static, guys. Static data is visible in non-static method? Yes. Non-static data is visible in static method? No. It's better to take this one as a static now, man. So that DS can be used over there or not there. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get data source object through auto configuration, but I have to check whether it really reflecting or not. Okay, cannot invoke. Why? Any guess, guys? Cannot invoke. It is having null. Injection is not happening. I will tell the reason. Nothing is. By that time this class object is created, this container is not completely ready, right? Auto configuration is not completely done. That's why it is failed to inject. But this I can do in another Spring Bean or not there. This injection I can do in another Spring Bean. Just a minute. Cut, guys. Cut, guys. Here I will take DAO class. Only proof sake, guys. I employee DA. Interface kind of thing, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm taking implementation class. Class is what? Employee DAO IMPL. Add. What is there? I employee DAO. I employee DAO. Tell me here, where is this? At the rate repository. What is there? EMPDAO. Private data source DS. Private data source DS. Here is my word. At the rate auto void. Here is simply my word. At the rate auto void. Convinced or not, my dear? Okay. In one business method, I try to get that one. Fine. Public void. Public void. No, I'll change entire logic later, guys. This is only to prove auto configuration. I'm putting all this stuff. Show details, my dear. System.out.println. Okay, guys. DS object class name. DS object class name. DS dot get class na, guys. Okay. Right. Connection object. I can get the connection object or not there. Connection con is equal to ds dot get connection. Connection con is equal to ds dot. This is only for knowledge sake, right? Okay, that's good, great. Yeah, right now ds is not there. Now I have to get the ds from where? Lookup activity are not there. Let me try to get the ds through lookup activity. Super, guys. But this time no need of getting ds, guys. I can get the ds. I can get the DAO class object or not. I employee DAO is equal to EMP DAO. Tell me. I employee DAO dot class. I employee DAO dot class. Okay. Here is what? Just call the method. Just call the method. DAO dot show detail. What is that? Show details is not there. Maybe not saved, guys. Nothing else. Saved, but red color is coming. I'll tell the reason. Because get connection is a checked method. Throws. Same throws I have to put here now. Throws exception. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Whatever method I am keeping there, I have to declare the same method there also, boss. Are common methods only we can call, not the direct methods, right? We can call only common method, that is their interface and implementation class. This is my semicolon. What colon? Semi. Right click, guys, run as Java application. Okay, this is my layered application, guys. DAO dot show details. DAO dot show details. Right click, tell me Java application. Yeah, this is my Ikari data source object. Bean count is 92. Come on. And we are able to get the connection object also, my dear. Okay. Tell me all bean IDs we are printing. Connection object also we are able to get it or not there. I'm able to inject data source to other Spring Bean or not there. Okay. I'm able to get data source object to other Spring Beans or not there. Where I'm printing data source class name in DAO implementation class, right? That class name I'm printing there only, na boss. Okay, I got Ikari data source means it's because of this method only we got it, right? Okay, let me give confirmation. Sys trace. So final conclusion is we are able to feel practically that through auto configuration, we got data source object. From there, we can, the data source object can be injected to any Spring Bean, and from there we can get the connection object. This is practically proved or not there. But I'm going to remove everything, guys, except container creation loss. Everything I am going to remove. I have written all these things only for the sake of proving auto configuration is happening or not. This is not our real code, guys. Do you think it's a real code you want to implement? No. We want to implement our code according to the scenario that we have taken, right? We have taken one scenario, we want to go by that. Are you getting my point there or not there? Super. This is only to prove auto configuration is happening or not. You practically felt there is auto configuration, my dear. Okay, what is that? Starter you have added, properties you have supplied from application.proper. It is using those property values, internally making what? Ikari CP jar supplied, Ikari data source class object as Spring Bean, pointing to what? JDBC connection pool for Oracle. Why Oracle? Because we have given JDBC driver details of Oracle. If I give MySQL details, it will start working with MySQL. Yes or no, na, guys? Okay, let's summarize what we discussed about the project so far. Point number one, don't keep all logic in single class and don't develop the application as what? Non-layered application. Keep different logics in different classes, make them talking to each other. You prefer developing application as what? Layered application. You prefer developing application as what? Layered application. Are you comfortable, my dear? Are you understanding my statement or not there, guys? Okay. Point number two. If you want to pass more than 3 values from one class to another class, okay, we have to pass them as Java Bean values or not? We have to pass them as what? Okay, Java Bean values. Okay, receiving also Java Bean value. Point number two. Point number three. Don't use direct connection, prefer pooled connection. Okay, by the support of data source. But if I add Ikari CPHR directly, indirectly to Spring Boot application through any starter, Ikari data source class will become Spring Bean, pointing to JDBC connection pool for what? Given database software, automatically or not there? Okay, given database software automatically. That means data source object pointing to JDBC properties, data source object pointing to JDBC properties will take place automatically there or not there? Will take place automatically there or not there, guys? Comfortable, my dear, or not there? Got the clarity or not there, guys? Fine. I would like to develop everything from freshly, guys. This is only taken only for what? Proof purpose. This is purely taken proof purpose, no other reason. Without DA word, I don't want to take anything. Let's keep the things simple and straightforward. I hope you understood, guys. Convinced with me, guys. Come on, everyone. Got the clarity on it? Let's see the things one by one in detail now. Let's see the things one by one in detail. But one more point I want to add before going for the coding, guys. That is, when we are developing layered application, the exception raised in last layer should not be caught and handled in this layer itself. by using try catch block. Sir, what happens? Exception raised, came to catch block. You handled it. Exception is suppressed there only, na? If you suppress exception in last layer, how does it comes to previous layer? No. How does it comes to its previous layer? No. How does it comes to client application? No. How does client know there is a problem? Client is expecting output. Either output should come, exception should come. Not output coming, not exception coming. He will be in the dilemma state or not there. He will start looking at the screen. Output will come. Wait. Today will come. Tomorrow will come. In 1 minute it will come. 30 minutes it will come. Right, guys? End users are dumb fellows. Data entry operators. The employee who sits in hospital in front office, he know all this stuff. He clicked a button, either output error should come or output should come. Error comes, he takes tension. Output comes, he feels happy. Nothing is coming, more danger. He says system hang up and restart the computer. And patients will be in queue or not there. We don't develop application by keeping what? Programmers in mind. We have to develop application by keeping what? End users in mind, end customers in mind, like data entry operators, hospital employees, bank employees, you people like Instagram users. Scrolling. Aisa no na? So you have to develop application keeping end users in mind. So that's why in layered application, I don't know what you studied in Core Java. Core Java might have studied exception must be caught and handled, right? Using try catch block. Nowadays, try with resource has come. That's better than that. But I'm changing that theory now. In layered application, except client application layer, in remaining all layer, you do something that will propagate the exception from one layer to previous layer. Propagation means passing, boss. This concept is called exception propagation. Luckily, all unchecked exceptions are propagates. They support propagation by default. All unchecked exceptions support propagation by default. Are you getting my point there? They do propagation, exception propagation by default. Are you getting my point there or not there? If you don't catch and handle, raised in DA1 comes to service. There also don't catch and handle. Okay, goes to controller. There also not caught and handle comes to what? Client. Catching or not catching, there is your choice. Because after that, no other layer is there, na? After that, no other layer is there. Generally, in client application, we catch and handle. All unchecked exceptions support exception propagation by default. Checked exceptions, guys. I need to catch and handle. No. If you catch and handle, fine. But exception is suppressed there itself. Along with catching and handling, you have to rethrow the exception by using throw and throws. In DAO class method, catch and handle. In the catch block, throw that exception. It will come to caller. Who is the caller service? There also you say throw that exception. Comes to whom? There also you say throw exception. Comes to whom? Client. In client, you catch and handle. What you, that is up to you. Generally in client, we catch and handle so that I can display what? Exception related technical messages as non-technical messages to end user or not. If there is a pressure to catch and handle, but rethrow the exception. This is called exception rethrowing concept. You write try catch. In the catch block, you write throw that exception. Otherwise, don't do anything. Declare the exception to be thrown. Just use a throws statement. What statement? Declare the exception to be thrown. That means always give the hope. I don't handle, my caller will handle. Caller also says, I don't handle, my caller will handle. That caller also says, I don't will handle, my caller will. Till last row, you give the hope, I don't handle, caller will handle. It's like taking work in government office. Right? You go to one desk. Can you help? Can you do this work? Hey, not me. Go to next desk. Next day, hey, I don't handle my next. Like this, they will make to change the desk. Desk are not there. Initially, desk will change. Later, days will change. Right? Later, people will change, but work will not be completed. I think no one's father relatives are government employees because I have uttermost hate on government employees. Why? Because their academics are so great. That's why they got government jobs. Yes, they may be class toppers. Okay, they might be IAS, IPS. But how much hard work they might have done, right? I don't know what happens. How much hard work they do during academics, they become exactly lazy after joining the company. Every employee, every government employee you observe, boss. Any government employee, especially BSNL friend, BSNL, SBI, how much hard work they have done to get the job in bank or SBA, or how much hard work they have done to get the job in BSNL. After joining there, no upgradation, nothing. They go to office, they read newspaper physically online, and they have a discussions, and they take lunch together, exchanging each other curry. And after again, time to time, they take breaks, though they don't work. 5:30 they come back. They live very peaceful life, no desires, no ambitions. They just compare. I am better than someone, nothing. I have seen a lot of my classmates who are toppers. They got gate rank 1, 2 kind of ranks. Engineering entrance great ranks they have got. Okay. So they got jobs in BSNL and some other government sector. Okay. Now they are different lifestyle. Their dressing is different. Their talking is different. I avoid meeting with them because I will be demotivated. I will be what? Demotivated. And they sincerely go to every week DMart to purchase groceries. Or if you ask her, let's do some business investment, all the no, this weekend at that time I have to go to what? DMart. Aisa no na. When my mother asks, hey, let's go to DMart, and I will say, I will keep one person to do those works, but let me use my time for productivity. That's automatically changes. But they are high skilled people again. It's not like they are not talented. So that's why don't join in government jobs. Security will be there. What security? Right? Without life, where is security, my dear? When software engineer earns 4 lakh per month, at the age of retirement, he earns 1.5 lakh. You can earn 4 lakh, 4 lakhs in 10 years age. Or if you are that much security, okay, save this money, do fixed deposit, that security comes automatically. No, sir, job security is more in government jobs. Nowadays, that is also not there. PF, gratitude, all these are not there for government employees also. And moreover, what kind of life, compromised life you have to live? Yes or no? Na? Fine. Especially don't join in BSNL, boss. Okay. One of my friend, actually, in fact, my junior, I asked him, already you are into Python. In BSNL also there is IT domain. You are into Python. Ask him, upgrade to Java. Okay. Once in a while, some US people ask me core Java training. You just take core Java. Okay. That may help them. Who will learn, Ra? Why should I learn, Ra? What's the use of learning? No, they lost the desire of what? Learning. The person who knows Python, upgrading, it's not like you don't know, you already know. You just need to brush up to help someone or to get some money. No. Hey, don't bring such proposal. It is disturbing my lifestyle. Bobre. Fine. Okay, let's come back. So, yeah, this is what exception propagation I am talking here, right? In layered application, if there is no need of catching and handling exception, always prefer declaring exception to be throws, using throws. DAO class method throws, service class method throws, controller class method throws. In client application, catch and hand. No, sir, there is a compulsion to you catch and handle. For example, if you go for try with resource using try catch block kind of thing, some objects will be closed automatically. Na? Keeping it that mind, I want to go for try catch. That means you are already catching and handling, right? There, rethrow the exception using throw statement. What statement, guys? So that what happened? Though you are catching and handling, you are not stopping exception there. You are passing to service. There also rethrow, passing to control. There also rethrow, passing to client. In the client, better to catch and handle. Otherwise, client will get technical error messages. Most of the end user don't understand technical error messages. They understand only non-technical error messages only, na boss. So full and final conclusion from my side is, if you are developing layered application, standalone or web-based, only in the first layer you think about catching and handling exception. In all other layers, either catch and handle, rethrow the exception, or just declare the exception to be thrown using throw statement. Are you getting my point there? For unchecked exception, this exception propagation happens automatically. You don't catch and handle, you don't say throws also. Whenever exception rise, automatically propagates to previous layer until it is caught. Until it is caught and handled, right? But when it comes to checked exception, if it is caught and handled, you have to rethrow. If it is not caught and handled, you have to say throw statement manually. You know difference between checked and unchecked? Check mark difference, right? Check mark is the difference. Some people are saying yes, sir. Especially that department, that Gulab Gang department. Okay. No, don't say yes, sir for every question. Yeah, tell me, come back, guys. Where is that? Try checked means the exception class is immediate subclass of exception class. Unchecked means it is not immediate subclass. It's a subclass of runtime exception. What class, guys? Runtime exception, its subclass are unchecked. And exception and its immediate subclasses are what? Check. You studied all these things in core Java. Okay, try catch good. Try with resource and catch is good. What's the advantage of try with resource? Whatever objects you open with try with resource, they will be closed automatically at the end of the try or not there. Every object are only auto closable objects. How does an object becomes auto closable? When its class implements auto closable interface. Good news is Java 7 and 8 onwards. Come on, all IO streams objects are auto closable. Java 8 onwards, all JDBC objects are auto closable. All JDBC objects are auto closable objects are not there. Say something, my dear. All JDBC objects are auto-closable, IOStream objects are auto-closable, and IOC container is also auto-closable. Convinced with me, my dear? Okay, this is the fourth point. Okay, now I'm framing the fourth point. While developing any layered application, if application generates unchecked exception, don't catch and handle exception. Okay? Okay, and don't declare the exception to be thrown. in the last layers except in first layer. Come on. So that what happened? The raised exception will be propagated to all the layer till the client application. There you catch and handle to display the exception related messages as what? A non-technical guiding message to end user. Cool. Great. Fantastic. Okay. Next one. In checked exception. What exception, guys? In checked exception. Are you understanding my statement, guys? In what? Checked exception. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Except in first layer, remaining all layers, either declare the exception to be thrown using throw statement, or there is a compulsion to catch and handle. Catch and handle, rethrow the exception by using throw statement. Rethrow the exception by using what? Throw statement. Connected or not connected? Inside the catch block, you have to say throw that exception. General inside the catch block, what we do, e dot print stack trace. Don't do right, don't do that. Throw that exception object. So that means what exception raised in this class will be rethrown to the caller or not there. What do you mean with this caller? Client application call method of the controller class. Controller class method called service class method. Service class method called DAO class method. Okay, that means for a DAO class, caller class is service class. For service class, controller is caller class. For service class, okay, for controller, client is the caller class or not? Okay. If you catch and handle exception, exception is suppressed there in the class where you are doing. Either you declare the exception to be thrown without try catch, or you propagate the exception from one layer to another. Or you propagate the exception from what? One layer to another. This concept is called what? Exception propagation concept or not there? This concept is called what? Exception propagation concept or not there? Say something, my dear. Come on. Simple. You take a company, boss. 4 hierarchy employees are there. What is the hierarchy of employees? First manager, then supervisor. 1 minute. First director, then manager, then supervisor, then worker who is working on the mission. Some problem has come in the mission. Worker has hidden it. That means he handled it on his own in the fear of what? Getting scoldings. But because of that, quality of the product is affecting. It is failing some tests. He is not revealing. Yes or no? Na? So then problem is solved, a problem is continued. How director knows that he has to solve the problem? No one knows, na guys, come on. It is affecting the quality of the product or not? Similarly, in DAO class, if we catch and handle the exception by using try catch block, whenever problem is raised, exception is suppressed in DAO itself. When exception is suppressed or hidden in DAO, it won't come to service, won't come to controller, won't come to client. So how end user knows? End user is very jiddy. I have given inputs to client. He expects output from client. If not output, errors from client. But if exception is raised and that is suppressed in DAO itself, how does end user knows through client? That's quite common, na, boss. See, boss, you paid amount to Naresh IT during joining. Success or problem, you have to know from what? Naresh IT only. Yes or no, na, guys? Suppose one day I bunked the class without informing you people. Let us assume I have not informed them also. Then what happened? You question me or you question Naresh IT people? You don't have any right to question me, right? Because we are not directly in communication. Fine, I'm just for example's sake, Rababu. For example's sake. So right or wrong, since you have given inputs to them, you expect output from them only, na? See, where is mistake? I have a problem. I handled, but not informed to anyone. If I inform to Naresh IT admin, they will inform to front office. Front office people will inform to you. Yes, na boss. I got a problem. I handled, suppressed. Problem is suppressed. That means that's because of that. So admin don't know. Front office don't know. That's why students don't know. But you have given inputs to what? Front office people. You will question front office people on that. Yes or no, na boss? I think this guy knows that very well. This guy knows that problem very well. Right? Okay. Suppose I started throwing exception, rethrowing exception. I got a problem. I handled it, but I am informing to admin. Admin informed to front office. Front office informed to student. Students will get it. Okay, some problem is the class cannot be taken today, right? Because you have given input to front office, expect what? Either success or failure from front office only, na boss. Similarly, worker informed to supervisor, supervisor informed to manager, manager informed to director, director taken decision, mission is replaced. If you suppress the problem, it looks like no one knows, but it will affect the quality of the product or not. Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay. Whatever it is, you got the basic point on exception propagation concept, guys. Final conclusion, web-based or standalone based, only in first layer or source layer, you have to catch and handle exception, that too to display the exception related messages as non-technical guiding message to end user. In remaining all places, you have to think about going for what? Exception propagation. What, guys? DAO. Either propagate directly, catch and handle, propagate. To propagate directly, throws, only throws. To catch and handle, throws, try, catch, throw. This is called exception rethrowing concept. Come on, guys. Same thing in service, same thing in controller, but in client, that's ultimately last layer or first layer for end user. There you have to catch and handle, and you have to display exception related messages to end user as non-technical guiding message or not there. Okay, this is the fifth point I am trying to add as part of what? Application development. Okay, let me open document, let me search. It is my favorite interview question. Servlet, DAO to browser. In layered application, exception raised in DAO. How do you get to browser? It is a web application. How do you get to end user if it is a standalone application? Then what you have to say? Except source layer, first source layer, like servlet or client application. In case of web application, servlet. In case of what? In case of what? Standalone application, client application. Except the remaining all places, either I declare the exception to be thrown using throw statement, or I catch and handle exception and I go for rethrow of the exception. Okay, implementation, I'll implement in front of you, don't worry. Okay, na? For declaring exception for throwing, throws is the word I have to use. For catching and handling exception, I have to use what? Throws, try, catch, throw. Throw I have to use, throws I have to use, try, catch I have to use. Convinced with me, guys? File, open. Yeah, where is this, my dear? Class content. Where is this? Spring, guys. Tell me. Where is this? 718 Spring Boot core. 718 Spring Boot core. Where is this? Session number how much? Storyboard of the layered application. Yeah. How do you propagate exception raised in what? DAO class application or end user in layered architecture based project. While developing layered application, the DAO classes, service classes, controller classes will follow and will do following things to pass or propagate the raised exception to client application or end user. End user gives inputs to client and expects success output or fail from the client application itself, though error is raised in any part of the project. We need to declare the exception to be thrown using throw statement in DAO service controller classes. Come on, don't catch and handle exception using try catch block. Or we need to catch and handle exception in what? DAO service controller classes using what? Try catch block or try with resource plus catch block. But we need to rethrow the exception in the catch block using what? Throw state. Simply using what? Throw state. Okay, because of above operation, the exception raised in DAO will propagate to service class. Service class propagate the received exception to controller class. Controller propagates to what? Client application. The client application receives the exception and handles the exception using try catch block to display exception related technical messages to end user as non-technical guiding messages. As non-technical guiding messages are not there. Everyone, please tell me, guys. I hope you are understanding the statement or not there. Okay. Yeah, this I will cover totally later. Can you tell me how did you use dependency injection in real projects? This is another important query, my dear. Generally, real-time projects are layered application or project. Applications or projects. Applications or projects in which we try to inject Spring Beans as described below. We inject data source object to DAO class object. We inject DAO class object to service class object. We inject service class object to controller class object. Finally, we get controller class object in client application using ctx.getBean method or not there. Okay, this is my dependency injection. This is my depend. See, this is what you have to tell confidently. Where did you use dependency injection in your project? This is what we need to speak out or not there. Dependency injection. Here, what is the wording we have to use, guys? Dependency lookup. Dependency lookup. Okay. So now we are ready with all the points, guys. Are we ready with all the points over here, guys? Yeah, tell me, what are the points we are ready with? What are the different points that we are ready with, guys? Point number one. Array, what's happening? Why it is not sharing? Yeah, it's sharing, but I think hide meeting I have to keep. Let's see. Point number one. Don't keep all logic in single class and don't develop the application as layered application. Prefer developing application as what? Keep different logics in different classes and make them talking to each other or not there. Make them talking to each other or not there. Okay, number two. Okay. Okay, next one. To pass more than 3 values from one class to another class, either as inputs or output, prefer Java bean. Same method with one parameter, that is Java bean type. One Java bean can carry 100, 200 values also, I don't mind. Clear, guys? Point number 3, don't use direct connection. Always prefer pooled connection by getting connection object from connection pool through data source object. Yes, guys. Point number 4. Point for four. When you add Spring Boot Starter JDBC or Spring Boot Starter JPA, you will get Ikari data source object pointing to JDBC connection pool, having set of readily available connection object. These connection objects points to what? These connection objects points to what? Connection pool. Are you getting my point there or not? That's the second one. Okay. So auto configuration, but whatever keys you are using in property file, they are fixed keys, guys. Yeah. Point number 5. Okay. In layered application, maybe web-based or standalone, except in source layer, first layer, where you are taking input expecting output, you catch and handle exception, that too to display exception related messages to end user as what? Non-technical guiding. In remaining all layers, generally DAO service and what? Controller. Either declare the exception to be thrown using throw, try catch block. Sorry. Declare the exception to be thrown using throw statement. Come on. In can't but situation, catch and handle, but rethrow the exception by using throw. Yes or no, boss? In catch block, you write throw that exception object. It will throw to caller. There also do the same. It's what it's caller, right? Okay. This is another point that I have given. And if someone asks you, how did you use real dependency injection real time? Don't take those stupid BTDs injected to Flipkart. Vehicle engine is injected to vehicle. They look at you as a mad fellow. Immature Spring programmer. You have to say, hey, what is there in that? My project is layered application having multiple layers. Okay, like what? Persistence layer, service layer, controller layer. Okay, multiple layer. In that project, I generally we do okay DS injection, data source injection to DAO, DAO to service to controller. When it comes to controller object, generally client fellow or other fellow will perform lookup operation. Yes or no? Na? You talk this now because this is the answer to give because there is no, it's a generic answer. It's a common in every layered application. And this is sounding, layered application. And you're identifying layers of the layered application. What else a real-time programmer needs, boss? What else the interviewer needs from you, right? Indirectly are telling you really worked on project. You know layers and which layer will be injected to which other layer also you got a clarity. When you have this much clarity, why you will not give job? But if you say, I will inject a charger to mobile phone, I will inject what? Engine to vehicle. All these are funny example, boss. When you don't know subject, you can tell all this thing. When you are real programmer from industry, matured programmer, you should not tell all this stuff, right? Because not impractical was. It was. Yeah. Okay. All background preparation is ready, guys. We are ready with all the 6 points that are required to develop what? Mini project. Okay, tomorrow rain comes or does not come, I'll start the session on time and I'll start the coding. But today I'm not starting coding because strength is less a little bit and online strength also I'm not finding quite encouraging. Okay, but let me say in rainy season rains only will come. Umbrellas are there, na? Raincoats are there or not there? If not there, purchase 100 rupees, they will give. 100 rupees if you keep, they give see-through raincoats. So that you can show off your dress also outside. And you can get protection from what? Then you can enjoy rain also. See-through raincoat is very useful or not there? No, except girls, for everyone it is useful because they have that pedicure, manicure problem. Aisa no na? I think you can wear shoe. Fine. In rainy season, rains only will come. That's why it is called rainy season. Aisa no na, guys. That too, you are staying nearby hostels only. You don't need any traffic jam issues also. You have a traffic jam? No, na? Fine. Then I have to worry, but I am coming. What's your problem to come? Okay. Right. Yeah, listen, guys. Listen. If you are planning to go to home for 1-2 days or 3 days, okay. If you are attending only my classes, this one, not for everyone. So plan for Dasra vacation. For Dasra vacation, I'll give 1 week holiday. Dasra, you know, for great Orissa people, it's a puja festival. Durga Puja, right? Right. And Orissa people will visit hometown only for Durga Puja. Remaining all the time, they stay anywhere in India, right? Yes or no? Fine. That's one option. And one more option is there. 15, 16, 17 of August. I will be going out of station for 3 days. Okay. Pune city, Pune and surroundings, I am going. So those 3 days also you can plan. Yeah. ఓకే దానికి రావాలా అయిపోయింది క్లాస్ నేను వైండప్ చేస్తా ఓకే guys exam will be there for placement assistant program students, right? Okay, if you want exam, you don't want exam, you just talk to your admin. According to the plan you have taken, exams will be conducted. Clear? Okay, real time daily scenario free of cost. I am from Pune. Can we get chance to meet you? I want to see my Java guru. Okay, my camera is open today also. Right. You can meet me. You can meet me, mail me, I will tell the location. Okay. I think not only you, lot of old students also planning to meet me. I think on 17th in the nearby place of airport, people are gathering. Okay. You mail me, I'll provide one WhatsApp group. They are maintaining small WhatsApp group also. I will make you to join there. Fine. Okay. Any other thing? I think to receive all notes before interview, I have to receive. Priyam Sen, everyday notes I am uploading, madam. I don't know, madam, what's your problem? Online student can have exam. I think I answered all questions. ఒక్కసారి నాగబాబు ఉండమని చెప్పు నాగబాబు